Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you for joining me today. So today's video is a get ready with me using Shop My Stash products. So if you're new to the channel, every week I go into my collection and choose out some products to use for the week. It used to be fortnightly, but before that it was monthly, but I just wasn't getting through the products, especially like my eyeshadow palettes, just because I have quite a lot that I haven't used. So I decided to do it weekly. That might not always be the case when I've used the eyeshadow palettes and I only have a few in the collection. If there ever comes a day when that happens, I'll probably go back to fortnightly. But yes, it is weekly for now. So we're going to be using my my weekly Shop My Stash products. Not all of them, because I did pull in quite a bit, but we're definitely going to use this. So I'm going to do a look with it now, but I also want to do 3 looks 1 palette. Really have been itching to use that palette since I bought it. So let me just tie my hair back. So the only thing I've got on my face at the moment is my L'Oreal face oil, and that is working out really well. It's really moisturising. It's not too greasy, it's just a face serum, but yeah, it's really nice. Right, so I'm just wondering, I haven't put a moisturiser on, so I'm wondering, rather than putting this on, I might actually put this one on my T-zone. So just here, and then that on the rest. So yeah, let's go and do that. Right, so we're going to be using this next. It's just an Illuminator in 001 Notting Hill Glow. I don't use that much of it. Just a tiny bit. Well, that looks a lot. Don't normally use as much as that. And the reason I'm using this is because I'm using a matte foundation, and I've just put that in my project pan just to get use out of it. So we'll get the foundation brush that I've been using. I've really been enjoying using this Expert Face brush by Real Techniques. This is the foundation, so as you can see, it's like pretty flat up here now. It's just mainly air, and I think it's just about here. You can see the window of there of the foundation, so I just want to use as much of it as I can. It's really thick in consistency. See, it's not even moving when I put my finger like that, but yeah, it's really thick. In the shade Porcelain. I might have to cut this open soon, because when I squeeze it, barely anything's coming out. Oops. Right, that should do it. Got foundation all over my hand. And then the brush. And what I do is just use the brush, and then if I need to, I'll use the sponge as well. Right, so at the moment my weekly Shop My Stash, well, it's titled Weekly Shop My Stash and Health Updates, and it goes into basically everything that's been going on health wise, and there has been a lot going on, guys. So you see that one before this one anyway, but it's taking forever to upload. It is quite a long video, so well, it's about 40 minutes I think, but that's because the health updates is like 15 minutes, so all my Shop My Stash videos aren't going to be that long, I don't think. But I'm not going to be doing the reviews anymore, so they will be a little bit longer. Right, let's get the little sponge just to make sure it's all blended in nice. This foundation's actually looking nice. I don't know whether it's the skincare products I put underneath it. It doesn't normally look this nice. It normally like shows all my pores. But yeah, I mean, it's looking quite nice today. Right, so I really don't know how long this external light is going to last. I have charged it up for like 20 minutes or so. That's not long enough. So I need to go out in a second, so let's just do this first and see how far we get with this. But there are some brushes that I purchased recently, and I want to show you an application of like bronzers and blushes and highlights with those particular brushes. I'm hoping I'll be able to do both, but at least let's try and do the palette, because that's what this video is about. Look at that beauty, guys. She is a beauty. Right, so let me just get that other brush that I put the yellow, the base shade down with. So let's take this brush out for a minute. So we're going to be using Fly By all over the lid. It's the closest thing there is to like an ivory shade in the palette, except this is like stark white. So this is only the second time of me using the palette. The first time it was just a quick look, which is going to be a relatively quick look again today, but I'm hoping to put more colour down than I did last time. It was when I first got it on I always say Good Friday, Black Friday. So basically I put everything on like while the light was charging up for a bit. I put my brows on, some powder on, some concealer, some Revolution Conceal and Define on the eyes for the base. So now we can just get into the eyeshadow. So next up is, there is a bit of kickback. Next up we can use the lightest transition shade there, which is called Sweet. So we'll go in with this brush here. As you can see, I have used it a few times. So let's use this to take the colour off. Right. I saw Emily Noel do like a look with this palette, and she was saying that for every eyeshadow she used in the palette, she just used this one single brush. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, but yeah, you can tell it is pigmented. Really nice. Blends out really, really well. It's like the brush doesn't have to do any work. Right, so this is the lightest crease shade in the palette, guys. Really, really nice. Then I think we'll put Swarm, which is this like mustard shade, over the top of that. So I'm just going to flick the brush over. So just here. And it's only going to be like a 4 eyeshadow look, I think. Just because I do want to do other looks with this palette, and I'll do that in a separate video. I might do that tomorrow. I'm glad I've got this palette, just off these 2 eyeshadows, I'm glad I've got this palette in my collection. Yes, it is a neutral eyeshadow palette, but it's different to anything that I've got in my collection. Right, so then I'm just going to go in with an even darker shade. I think I'm going to use Keeper. Because I know I want to use honey all over the lid, so let's use Keeper in the outer V. I might use this end because I'll be able to get more precise with it. So let's just take the eyeshadow off that end. I think I already did it, but no harm in doing it again. So Keeper. So it's just a really nice mustard shade. So this is going then flick it round. I mean, it's not, in my opinion, it's not the best blending brush for me. I use, you know what I use, things like this, so I might kind of like need to take off the eyeshadow what I've been using. Otherwise it's just going to look muddy. But I'm not saying it is a bad brush. I do like it. But it doesn't work for me anyway for everything. So Keeper again. Dragging that into the crease a little bit as well. Right, and then we're going to be trying one of these new brushes I've got. So the By Real Technique, surprise surprise, right, I always use Real Technique brushes. So the By them. Yeah, so the By Real Technique, sorry, I just felt like low down, so after the video I'm going to be really low down like that, and then like this. And I did find them at TK Maxx, and I've looked online and they're like £20, and I got them from TK Maxx for £6.99, so I thought that was a bit of a steal really. What I wanted, I've wanted it for a while now, I've wanted like some like contour brushes, and you can use these for blending and contour. I watched a video and Sam explained how you did it today, but I guess you could use it in whichever way you wanted to. So basically you get the Real Techniques 203 Rebel Edge Broad brush, so that's the big one there. Then that's a broad cut for face, blending powder or bronzer, and she said you can use that as a all over body brush as well as like just for bronzer. Then you get the Real Techniques 303, which is the Rebel Edge Fine, and it's fine cut for eyes. It gives a precise line for when you're putting eyeshadow down on your eyelids. So that's what I want to use today with this palette. Sweep on powders and shadows, so it's that really small one in the middle. And then the Real Techniques 403 is the Rebel Edge Medium. It's the medium cut for cheek, dust on powder or highlighters and highlighters. In the video she was actually using it for both blusher and highlight. First of all, let's put the eyeshadow on. This is what they look like out of the packaging. A real bargain at £6.99. I don't know if I would have paid the £20 for them, just because I don't really need eyeshadow brushes, but these ones are different to the ones that I have in my collection. So honey, That's it there. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see if, normally I just put it on with fingers, but let's see if it works with a brush. I really don't know if this is going to work, guys. I'll just put it on that side as well. Oh. And I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Oh. I mean, it's not bad. It probably will go on better with your fingers though, but you definitely get a more precise line. That's really nice. But I like it more pigmented, and if you like me and you like a shadow more pigmented, then it's better to put it on with your fingers. But yeah, look at that, it really gets into the crease. Wow, that's beautiful. Right, so it's actually packed it on with quite the punch, but let's just say, I mean, like when I'm putting it on with my fingers there's a little bit of hard pan, so you're not supposed to put these shadows on with your fingers, but that's at the shade. So let's just do a bit of tapping with this. Just to give it a bit more pigment. That is beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, I said this at Christmas when I had it. I think this eyeshadow palette is going to be what Too Faced Chocolate Gold was for me, a favourite. So yeah, I'm really glad I've got it. So now I'm just going to use this brush and the colour switch and just use that white shade again just to go onto the brow bone. I'm just wondering what to put in the inner corner. See, I don't really want to put anything golden in the inner corner. I think I'll leave that and just use the highlighter. So we'll just put that there for the time being. So we'll do the rest of the eyes actually. Mascara time. Right, so first of all, I'm going to be using the bigger one for bronzer, just because it reminds me of what I already used for bronzer, but it's a bit thicker. So this is the fan brush that I use for bronzer sometimes, and obviously that's it. This one is a bit thicker, and that's why I know why she says it can be used as a body brush as well. I think it's barely going to fit in the pan. So this is the bronzer. It's the Revolution Bronze and Glow. So this is part of my Shop My Stash products for this week. So it's nice and soft. And basically what she said, if you want to contour, use it that way, and if you want to blend things in, like you can use this for powders as well, like when you're setting powders, just obviously use it flat. Oh, that smells of chocolate, guys. That Revolution bronzer, which I'd never even thought to smells of chocolate, and I know it's not the brush because the brush is brand new, I've never used it before. Right, so just first impressions, these brushes are so good. So that's that one. So I think we're done with that one now. And then it's blusher time. So I'm not too sure about this blusher. I've had it in the collection a while, but I did actually buy it off someone, and it was an older product to her at the time. So this is the Dior one, and we're going to be using this one. So that's just the slightly smaller one, and obviously I don't want to contour with this, so it's just kind of like sweeping it on. It's picking up a lot of product as well, so I don't think it's out of date or anything. Doesn't smell out of date. And then with this same brush, I'm going to put highlighter on as well. I don't know which one to use. These are both of Shop My Stash. So we've got the PS Beauty Mermaid Glow one, or we've got this one out of the Revolution Bronze and Glow. I think I'm going to use this one. So this will be contoured. So yeah, I've got the right brush. That's nice. Oh yes, it's real nice. I always go overboard with highlight. I love highlight. Right. And then the only other thing to put on, let's take the hair out. The only thing left to do really is choose a lipstick. I think I know which one I want to use. This is actually looking a little bit overkill. I think I know which one I want to use. And it's a gloss, and it's by Elizabeth Arden. I've had it in the collection a while, and it's one of those holographic ones. And the lipstick roulette pulled it out for me. That's not on the channel yet, but it just looks like this. I did a little swatch of it before. You can't really see it, but yeah, I did a little swatch. It's like, I mean, it's called Sunset Bronze, but it's kind of like got purple running through it. So let's see what this looks like. I've never actually used it before. Oh yeah, you can see the purple. And it's thick enough to wear on its own. I don't know if I'm a fan. I mean, it doesn't go with this look that I'm wearing now, but yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that lip gloss. I might actually give that away. I'm sure my niece would have a brilliant time with this, but I don't think it's me, and that's probably why I've not used it. But it's good that I'm doing this like lipstick edit roulette thing, because I do want to declutter a lot of my lipsticks, and this is just giving me the opportunity to. So yeah, I think I will be decluttering this one. Look out for that in March when I do my new lipstick edit at the end of March. So this is the look, guys. Love the eyes. When this lip gloss comes off, I'll put a different one on. Really not a fan of that, and love these brushes. These brushes are so good, and it's, you know, I didn't think I'd be using that one, but it gives such a precise line when you doing your eyeshadow, so that's really good. That's really good for like contour and like putting like bronzer down here, and even highlight, I guess. And then this is really good for highlight and blush. So yeah, I'm really glad I've got these in the collection of brushes. I've got so many brushes, I need to go through them and just have a bit of a declutter. So yeah, I might take you on my journey when I do that. But yeah, I have got a lot of brushes. I didn't really need these, if I'm being honest, but I don't have any angled like domed brushes like this, and they were only £6.99 for 3 brushes. So that's like just over £2 each, so you know, I just thought, well, why not? And yeah, this is the final look. But how killer is the eyes, is the eyeshadow, especially honey on the lid. Anyway, love the palette so far. I know I've only used, I've used them shades now, not all of them, but I've used pretty, when I got it, I used, let's just talk to you about this. I used Fly By as a base shade like I did, and I'm sure I used Sweet and Swarm, so them 2 shades there, and then I just used Honey, tried Honey out, and it didn't look that good, this good then. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I can't wait to use it for future videos and do that 3 looks 1 palette. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Something a bit different. Normally I just kind of like put a shop my stash on the channel, and I thought I would put this up as well since I'm getting ready anyway to go out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.